My lovely people, we have to do this together. I'm going to collapse a lot of small videos to this one video because I want us to do this research together. Humanity has to lift itself from the matrix. We have to use what we call collective consciousness. This cannot be done by one person. So just come. Let's do this. And when you do this research, do not use Google. They own it. Do not use AI. They control it. Go to BitChute. Go to Rambo. Get literature. Read far and wide. Compare data here and there, and until you come to the conclusion of what exactly is the truth. Now, we're not in doubt that they own the Federal Bank of America is privately owned. So now you know that the dollar is owned. Who owns the dollar? Put it down here. A lot of wars that you see today, it is because countries threaten to step out of the dollar. Those are when you see like the BRICS, you see this old tariff, the Trump tariff war is just a fight about a group of countries trying to step away from the dollar. That's where the problem is. Okay, we've looked at the money they control. A bloodline in the cabal controls education. Everything that you've learned in school from kindergarten to university is controlled. You learn what they have approved. So what they've not approved, you cannot learn in school. They control education. They fund so much of this research. They fund universities. Another bloodline in the cabal controls the science. They fund science papers. They fund research. And when you find people who are trying to do their own research, they disappear. You know about the Tesla. You know about the technology of cars that can be driven with water. That technology killed. The original owners disappear because they control the science. Tell me which bloodline does that. They fund a lot of universities across the world, and they take actually the top cream, the top brains in Africa, and put them in those universities, give them scholarships, but the studies, the science is controlled. Okay, are we together? Now, they control health too. They control health, they control research, they manufacture diseases, they patent diseases, they make money out of those diseases. And when independent scientists want to do a research on their own, you know of the HIV story, a lot of these doctors, a lot of these scientists disappear. You must fit a particular narrative. Just do a study on cancer, for instance. You will understand a lot of things about cancer, about HIV. Check on all diseases that have patents. Now, they also control oil, my people. They control everything to do with oil, crude oil, mining and everything, byproducts. And they use that oil and everything along the oil, the process of oil, to even make synthetic medicines. They took original patents, original ideas of medicines from Africa and other early civilizations, and they use synthetics, most of them from petroleum byproducts, to make medicine. They control medicine. Big Pharma, the cabal. I want us to work together. So they're literally controlling every single aspect of life as we know it. Education, oil. I didn't talk about energy. They control energy. And remember, they control science and what is discovered. Any science that is meant to liberate humanity is suppressed, and the scientists are taken out. That science is not allowed to see the light of day. You know about the Tesla and all his research. You know what happened to him, all his patents. You know about cars. You know this technology that cars can actually be driven out of water. But where is that technology? This technology that actually there's energy in the atmosphere that can be harvested and power homes. You know, small consumptions in the home. We have energy in the atmosphere. I don't know if you know there are actually trees, many trees that actually have a current. You can actually collect energy through collecting that energy from trees. This science will never see the light of day because science is controlled. So they control health, they control education, they control science. We know they control the money. They're controlling every single aspect of human life. Are we together up to there? All under the cabal. Have I talked about the entertainment industry? Have I talked about Hollywood? Have I talked about music? They control every single aspect of human life. But then they come in another layer of philanthropic world-loving organizations, human-loving organizations. You know them? The World Economic Forum, the United Nations, the population control, all these beautiful names of organizations belong to them. Now they come in those organizations, fund them. They fund them in the big way to try and help humanity. Is that help? Open your eyes. Let's do this in this particular video. Let's build this information together. I'm going to go back in the next video to tackle a bit of the World War II. Then I'm now going to connect what happened after the end of World War II and until where we are today and where we are headed. But remember, humanity can only lift itself from the matrix, from collective consciousness. We all have to understand what is going on. We all have to wake up. We have to stop sleeping. We have to stop being afraid of information. Stop being comfortable in a certain level. Understand, research, and lift yourself. This is not a war on individuals. It's a war on humanity, human race. God's human race.